Hello guys, and I am here for some awesome game day bingo. Super excited to be here with you guys live as I'm going to be streaming to those Pilot TVs. Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so hopefully you guys are checking out those streams, sending out some messages, and clicking on some, leaving some comments while you're there as well. We got 25 seconds to get enrolled into this game number 1 of Game Day Bingo action. We got a 52 ball or less minor jackpot at $28. One ball earlier, and you could take home a $3,402 jackpot at 51 balls or less, and then the $10,000 mega at 45 balls or less. As we get enrolled into this game number 1 of 12 games that I'll be here live with you guys for, I would like to highlight some awesome jackpot winners, as we've been able to give out 18 jackpots over the last 7 days and 36 jackpots so far in this season 17. We're only 13 days into the season 17, so it's been a blast to watch you guys get after it as I start to highlight our weekend winners, starting off with our first Friday jackpot. As player, over at the Muddy Cow Litchfield, took home $7,432. Congratulations to you, player, in that awesome win there. We then saw another great win go out in those next few games, as we saw a split win of $2,500 get split up between TNA over at American Legion Mound and Victory 2 over at The Alchemist. They each took home $1,250 in that great split win of Pilot Payday, taking home the final win of Pilot Payday last week. We did give out one more jackpot prize on Friday, as Richie over at the Pine Island Liquor Store took home a great prize of $6,038. Congratulations to you, Richie. We now continue to work through this game right here as I move on to Saturday's jackpot winners. As our first jackpot to go out on Saturday went out to Timmy over at Danny's Dugout. Timmy took home $6,910 in their fantastic first jackpot win of Saturday. We then saw an $8,548 prize go out to Krabby over at Zatu Zorba's Park Rapids. Congratulations to you, Krabby. Hopefully that upped your mood. We then saw Trav over at the Troubles Bar and Restaurant take home $7,264. A great jackpot there. As our next jackpot on Saturday went out to Steve over at KC's Saloon. Steve took home $5,839. Congratulations to you, Steve. We did see one more jackpot prize go out on Saturday. It was the largest jackpot prize of the entire weekend, as Jack over at American Legion Holdingford took home $73,583. Congratulations to you, Jack, taking home that amazing, ginormous jackpot prize. We do have a nice prize going out here, as Lou Nanny over at the Shore 96 is taking home a must-go prize of $4.30. Congratulations to you, Lou Nanny, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo, as we will now be getting enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo. Minor jackpot, click it up from 52 to 54 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we get after it in this upcoming game as we watch those prizes continue to grow. But I was just highlighting the Saturday jackpot winners as we gave out, I think, 5 different jackpots on Saturday, and Jack capped it off with a $73,000 win. Very, very impressive stuff. We also gave out some Sunday jackpots as well, and so we'd love to highlight those winners alongside them. As Buy Bitcoin over at JR Mac and Krakow over at Winners in Sartell split up an awesome prize of over $7,000, about $7,800, $7,900 got split up between Buy Bitcoin and Krakow, as they each took home $3,950 $3. Congratulations to both of those winners. We then saw one more great win on Sunday as Mark over at the Bullseye Saloon took home $6,815. Congratulations to you, Mark. Now, I got the case of the hiccups real bad, so I'm going to try and solve that really quick for you guys as I'll be back just a little bit to give out some more great prizes, but I don't want to keep on having the hiccups throughout this broadcast. Hello. Hello guys, and I am back for more Game Day Bingo action. Fixed my hiccups, so I'm back better than ever. Should be having a blast as we get after it in this game right here. I missed out on 2 games of Game Day Bingo with you guys, as I'd love to highlight those winners from the 2 games I missed. First game, we saw $10.50 go out to BG123. Congratulations to you in that fantastic win. We then saw another great win go out in that following game as $14.10 got split up between Fitz over at the Uptown Bar in Waverly and Mark over at American Legion Forest Lake. Congratulations to both of those winners there. Some awesome victories in that game. As we continue to get after it in this game, just 4 seconds before we are enrolled into some of this great action, I would like to give our Facebook page a quick shout out, as you guys can give it a like and follow just by searching up Pilot Games and looking for our logo. By doing that, you'll stay updated with weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and more. Also, check out our website link on Facebook. We have a link tree with all the info you need, including a bar locations tab that opens up a map that shows you all the pin locations where you can play Pilot Games. Our other social media links connect you to our Twitter as well as Instagram, and even more there as well. It really is the hub of all things Pilot Games, and we hope you guys enjoy. As we get after it in this game, I would like to highlight our daily bingo schedule as we play a lot of fun bingo throughout our day. We're just in the 4th matchup of 12 games that we play from 12 to 1 every single day. Monday through Friday, I actually live host a show during this time, trying to give out this minor, major, and mega prize. At 1 o'clock, we will get after the largest jackpot prize available today, $94,301 available at that 1 o'clock time. Definitely worth getting after. We then play more Game Day Bingo that runs from 1 all the way till 4 p.m., as you'll then play another matchup of Lucky 4 Bingo at 4 o'clock. Another shot at $94,000 if it didn't go out at 1 o'clock. I'll be back here live once again playing some Happy Hour Game Day Bingo from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. Once again working on that minor, major, and mega prize. At 6 p.m., you will then get your next opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo, a third and final shot at that $94,000 if it didn't go out at 1 or at 4 p.m. That leads you into more Game Day Bingo. That will finish off your night running from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. I'll actually be live hosting a show tonight as I'll be getting started at 7 p.m. highlighting our Minnesota Vikings as they will be getting after it going up against the Los Angeles Rams in Arizona. I'm very excited for this game, and so I'll be live for the entire first half of that matchup from 7 to whenever the halftime show gets started. So I'm excited, and it should be a great time. Hopefully you guys are out there playing the Vikings themed Game Day Bingo from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. and especially during that game against the Rams. Right now, we are coming to a close of this game right here. Let's see if anybody can take home this awesome prize of Game Day Bingo action, as it looks like we will be giving out our minor jackpot right here, as Chucker over at the Double Wide is taking home $87.45 in this awesome game. Congratulations to you, Chucker, as we now get enrolled into this next game. This next matchup will have that minor jackpot reverting back to 52 balls or less, but that must-go prize of $25.80 is going to continue to grow and roll into this game number 5. This should be a very fun game, so I'm excited to see which one of our lucky players ends up taking home this lovely win as we get after it. Just 1 minute to get enrolled into this game. As we get after it, I was just talking about the specialty broadcast that will be happening today with our Vikings getting after it tonight at 7 p.m. I know I am ecstatic for this matchup as we take on the only other team outside of the Detroit Lions to beat us, Los Angeles Rams. A little revenge game for our Vikings as we have improved so drastically since we played them in the early to midpoint of the regular season. Other NFL action, as there has already all the other games of the wild card round have been played in the NFL, and I'd like to give some of my opinions on what has happened so far. I'll be talking more about these games later on, but the craziest upset, I feel like, of the entire weekend was the Texans beating the Chargers. A lot of people had thought the Chargers may be able to compete for a Super Bowl and be kind of a random team that really plays their best football once it comes to the playoffs, but that didn't seem to be the case, as C.J. Stroud stepped up, playing one of his best games so far this season. Joe Mixon had over 100 yards rushing, and Nico Collins quickly bringing himself into the conversation of one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. He had 122 yards and a touchdown in his career year this season, as he has 1,006 yards, averaging 14.8 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns. A very impressive season for him so far. Not quite matching last year's season, but he's still been fantastic, and he's got at least another game to build on that resume. Other game that went down, we saw the Ravens beat the Steelers, unsurprisingly, as Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson dominated on the ground. Both of them close to 100 yards rushing, as we saw Lamar Jackson at 81 yards rushing, and Derrick Henry averaging an astounding 7.2 yards per carry, getting 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. Very impressive stuff for the Ravens, who are going to be tough to stop in these playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them in the Super Bowl. Bills absolutely destroyed the Broncos. It felt like it was an uneven matchup, and Bo Nix could just never match the output that we saw from Josh Allen, who had 272 yards and 2 touchdowns. Eagles ended up beating Green Bay. A smile was on my face as I saw that go down, as you know, we just don't want those Green Bay Packers too confident, as Jalen Hurts had 131 yards and 2 touchdowns passing. Not the most crazy game for him, but Saquon Barkley had 119 yards rushing, really helping that team be solid throughout the entire matchup, and was just a tough out. They played really good defense, and Philly won 22-10. Off of the backs of their defense and run attack. And then the final game of yesterday was I think the funnest game so far of the wild card weekend. We'll see what happens tonight, but 23-20, Washington Commanders beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jaden Daniels continues to look good when the pressure is on. 262 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also led the Washington Commanders in rushing as well, getting 36 yards on the ground. Not necessarily crazy, but very impressive stuff there, as Tampa Bay falls by 3 points in that matchup. They felt like a very evenly slated team, and that's how the game ended up going down. It was definitely back and forth throughout the entire matchup, which made for a really, really fun game. And now we got our game happening tonight. I know I am ecstatic for this matchup. I cannot wait to see how this ends up going down. Where we're thinking this is going to end up being for our Vikings, because let's check in on actually what the betting odds are for our Vikings tonight. As we are the favorites by 2.5 points. That is only a 3-point favorite in this game, as the over-under sits at 47.5. We do have Jerry Berry over at the B&B Sports Bar and Grill taking home $45.90 on our double must-go win. Congratulations to you, Jerry Berry, as we now get enrolled into this next game. Minor jackpot clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less, as I continue to talk more about Vikings action. Now, I'm happy to see that our Vikings are still the favorites heading into this matchup. I'll be interested to see how that ends up going. I expect it to be if we do win, a bigger win than that. We do have 56.7% chance on the matchup predictor on ESPN Analytics, and we'll see how that goes down. Sam Darnold has been the better quarterback of the two quarterbacks that are playing this game, but we all know how good Matthew Stafford can be, especially when he has a healthy receiving core. But Sam Darnold doesn't change the fact 4,319 yards in the regular season, 35 touchdowns, compared to Matthew Stafford's 3,700 yards and 20 touchdowns in the regular season. Their leading rusher is ahead of Aaron Jones by just about 100 yards, as Kyron Williams has had 1,299 yards this season on 316 carries, where Aaron Jones on 255 carries has 1,138 yards. So if you evened out the carries per carry, Aaron Jones, I think, gets the victory there. And then Justin Jefferson obviously is leading the charge ahead of Puka Nacua as the leading receiver in this game. So everything points to that our big players are better than their big players, and we should be able to get a win. I'm excited. Tonight at 7 p.m., you guys should be there. I'll be here hosting a live show, which should be a lot of fun. And if you want to send some luck out to our Minnesota Vikings, play the great ETAB game, Vikings Victory. You can even pick a letter. You can actually play that game with the new graphics. See if you can take home some amazing jackpot prizes. But speaking of ETABs, we have over 70 different Charitable ETAB games that you can play anytime, and win huge prizes up to $1,500. These games feature low bets ranging from 50 cents to $5 with amazing new graphics that you won't want to miss out. I suggest you go check it out. If you don't want to play Vikings Victory, but you still want some great football action, I'll be highlighting the ETAB game Gridiron Legends. It is a super fun football-themed ETAB game, not after our Vikings, but it's still fun because it brings the football to you. Definitely a great one there, and we hope you enjoy the awesome ETAB options you have available for yourself. We do have players right now 16 balls away in this game. We'll see if anybody can take home this fantastic prize. And as you guys work for some great prizes, I would like to remind you that when you're playing Pilot games, don't forget to share those player pictures with us. We absolutely love seeing your smiling faces. And if you happen to hit a jackpot, hold up your iPad and show off that happy face with the jackpot message. We'd love to celebrate with you. You can also send us pictures of you playing with your friends or your favorite bartender. To share your pics, you can either direct message them to us on Facebook, post them with the hashtag PilotGames, or email them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. I cannot wait to see all the fun moments that you guys capture out there while playing some of these fantastic games here. We do have players leading the charge here as us, Fitz, Okie, and Wonder are all getting after it. We'll see if anybody can take home a prize in 54 balls or less, or maybe a major prize at 51 balls or less, as Okie is still definitely in line to be able to get that win here along with Wonder. Doesn't look like we'll be giving out the mega jackpot though, so we'll be moving on as that still sits at $10,000, and it doesn't necessarily look like we'll be giving out the major prize either. We still have a shot at this minor jackpot, and even if we do click past the minor jackpot as well, we have a fantastic must-go prize of $14.70 waiting to hit a lucky player's iPad. And there it is. It's official. Working on the must-go prize. We got 2 balls away for 2 great players, Okie and Wonder, who have been leading the charge for the majority of this matchup. As our winner is Wonder over at Boudreaux's Bar 2 in St. Cloud. Congratulations to you, Wonder, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo, as you now get enrolled into this next matchup. Minor jackpot, click it up from 54 to 56 balls or less. I'll be taking a break for one singular game as you guys get after it, but I'll be back in just a little bit to give out more great bingo jackpot prizes. Hello guys, and I am back for more of this awesome game day bingo action. Should be a lot of fun as we got a 58 ball or less minor jackpot at $96. We are actually able to give out that minor jackpot at 58 balls or less last time. So we can see if we can do it once again in this game number 8 of game day bingo. Just 30 seconds before we are enrolled into this game. The last game that we played, we saw $18.90 go out to us over at the L&M bar. Congratulations to you, us. Taking home that awesome win as we hope to give out some more great wins in these games right here. As we work through these games, I would like to highlight some fun movies that were released on today throughout history. We start off with the movie released in 2004, Bring It On Again, as this one stars Ann Judson Yeager, as well as Fawn Chambers, Watkins, and others. This one is a part of the widespread Bring It On series, as this is about college freshman Whittier and her friend Monica make the Cal State cheerleading squad, but can't stand its snobbish leader, Tina. They resolve to form their own team, pulling together a collection of geeky art students and hippie bleeding hearts whose excruciating programs were cut for budgetary reasons. Though through teamwork, they challenged the official squad's right to represent the school at the upcoming cheerleading championship. Very interesting stuff. Fun that we get to highlight it here today, as this one is one that I don't think I have seen. I think Jordy's made me watch a lot of the Bring It On movies. I have not seen this one. I think I've seen 2 of the Bring It On movies. That's the original Bring It On, and then Bring It On All or Nothing, which stars Hayden Panettiere, as well as, is it Rihanna's sister? Is that who it is? Beyonce's sister, Solange Knowles. So, interesting stuff there. But Bring It On Again, released on today in 2004. Next up, we got a childhood classic for me. It's the 2006 animated movie Hoodwinked. I was a big fan of this movie as a kid. You have Anne Hathaway playing Little Red Riding Hood, Patrick Warburton as the Wolf, Glenn Close as Granny Puckett, and other great actors and actresses voicing in these roles. I thought it was a super, super fun movie. Jim Belushi is in it playing the Woodsman. I really enjoyed it. It's a very, very different take on the Red Riding Hood story, and I thought it made for a really, really fun storyline with a crazy plot twist that definitely caught me by surprise as a kid. I wonder if it would have if I watched it as an adult, but as a kid, threw me off so much. So it's a fun watch for sure, and get some really funny characters in there. Hoodwinked, released on today in 2006. Next up, released on today in 2015, we got The Boy Next Door. This one stars Jennifer Lopez, Ryan Guzman, John Cobert, and others. You got Christian Chenoweth in it as well. I've never seen this, but it's a thriller romance released on today. We do have Fitz and Mikey Mike, as well as Wonder, splitting up that $26.10 must-go prize. Mikey Mike playing over at Clive's Roadhouse Blaine, Wonder over Boudreaux's Bar 2, and Fitz over at the Uptown Waverly. Congratulations to all of our winners there, as we now get enrolled into this next game with an over $100 jackpot prize sitting at 60 balls or less. This should be a fun game number 9 of Game Day Bingo, as you guys get enrolled over the next minute and 30 seconds. But The Boy Next Door, released on today. Next up, released on today in 2016, we got Monster Truck. This one is stars Lucas Till as well as Rob Lowe. You also got Amy Ryan in it, Samara Weaving, and Jane Levy. This is about looking for any way to get away from the life and town he was born into. A high school senior built a monster truck from bits and pieces of scrapped cars. After an accident at a nearby oil drilling site displaces a strange and subterranean creature with a taste and a talent for speed, Trip may have just found a key to getting out of the town with the most unlikely friend. Yeah, the truck actually becomes a monster, and that's kind of the whole stealio. Can't believe they got Lucas Till to star in this work in 2016. Well, fun stuff there. As I move on to the final movie released on today, we got the action thriller 2023 Plane. It's got a big cast with Gerard Butler, Mike Coulter, and other great actors and actresses as pilot Brody Torrance saves passengers from a lightning strike by making a risky landing on a war-torn island, only to find that surviving the landing was just the beginning when dangerous rebels take most of the passengers hostage. The only person Torrance can count on for help is Louis Gaspar, an accused murderer who was being transported by the FBI. Crazy, crazy stuff there. Definitely seems like an interesting work. It got a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, so maybe worth the watch. I have not seen it, but I think I might give it a watch at some point, as I liked the two main actors. So, action thriller released on today, Plane in 2023. Maybe that's what I watch tonight as my cool down movie after the great Vikings matchup, because I'll be a little too excited to go to bed right away, especially if we win. But fun movies released on today right there. As we get after it here, I would like to highlight a little bit of Minnesota Wild news as the Vegas Golden Knights broke open a tie game with 3 third-period goals to beat the Minnesota Wild 4-1 on Sunday night. Ryan Hartman scored for the Wild, and Philip Gustafsson stopped 32 shots in that game. Not necessarily exactly what we wanted to see in that matchup. But the game was a lot closer than what the score indicates. After taking a 1-0 lead, Minnesota was not able to capitalize on the lead. The Wild were outshot 17-6 in the second period as the Vegas Golden Knights began to seize control in that matchup. Just not what we wanted to see there, and hopefully we can bring it back, as we will be hosting Edmonton on Wednesday night. Should be a fun matchup for us, as we'll play them at 7:30 p.m. this Wednesday. Should be a fun matchup against those Oilers, and trying to get back to our winning side of things, as we've been able to win quite a bit recently. Only 3 losses in the last 10 games. So 7-3 over the last 10, not too shabby. We hope to continue staying on that win type record, but we got to get a win against the Oilers if we want to do that, as the Oilers currently sit at 26-13-3, as we sit at 27-13-4. Should be interesting stuff. Send some luck out to our Wild by playing the great E-Tab game we teamed up with the Minnesota Wild for, called Let's Go Wild. You can even check out the new graphics in that game to see if you can score yourself some jackpot prizes. We have given out a must-go prize in this game. $40.70 going out to Jer Bear over at the B&B Sports Bar and Grill. Congratulations to you, Jer Bear, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting enrolled into this next matchup of Game Day Bingo with that minor jackpot, clicking up from 60 to 62 balls or less. If we can't give it out of 62 balls or less, what are we doing? As you guys get enrolled over the next 2 minutes, well, I should say now about minute 35 to get enrolled into this upcoming game. Should be a lot of fun as we get after it. $204 there. As we get after it right here, I would like to give a quick shout out to all of our national days. We got some great national days to highlight on today, as we start off with Korean American Day. Korean American Day on January 13th commemorates the arrival of the first Korean immigrants to the United States in 1903. The day also honors the Korean Americans' immense contributions to every aspect of society. Definitely a great one to be able to highlight. Shout out to any Korean Americans out there as we highlight you on today. Very, very cool stuff there, as they've been making a lot of contributions ever since they came to our shores 121 years ago. From small business owners and teachers to veterans, athletes, actors, government officials, and so much more, Korean Americans shape and continue to strengthen the backbone of our great nation. Definitely a great one to be able to highlight there. As let's find out some popular Korean American athletes. That seems like a fun one, as I love athletes, and so it makes for some fun action here. As see if I can find anybody. It does look like the kicker for Atlanta is a very, very popular one. There's quite a bit Korean American athletes that we can highlight. I don't necessarily know if I can. You got David Chung, the golfer, Jeremy Fisher, which he is a track and field coach. The golfer Gina Kim, as well as Michael Kim. Diver Sammy Lee. He was the first Asian American man to win an Olympic gold medal for the United States and the first man to win back-to-back gold medals on the Olympic platform. Tony White is an American football coach and former linebacker who is currently the defensive coordinator for the Florida State Seminoles. He played 3 seasons in the Canadian Football League as a member of the Ottawa Renegade and the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Christopher Yo, he became the youngest international master in American history as a chess player. Last one, Richard Park. He has played 14 seasons with the NHL Hockey League with 6 different teams. He is currently a pro scout for the Minnesota Wild. So great that we get to highlight someone a part of the Minnesota Wild with South Korean lineage. Very, very cool stuff there. Well, happy Korean American Day. Shout out to anybody out there who is a Korean American. Shoot some luck out to you as you get after these games. As we move on to our next national day, National Sticker Day. Sticker Day on January 13th recognizes all the ways stickers brighten up a page or send a special message. The day celebrates all things stickers, from the custom printing of them to sharing stickers. Every sticker has a story. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight here. Stickers definitely make for a lot of fun. They get a lot of great memories. Whenever I do traveling, I try and pick up a sticker wherever I'm at to be able to remember the places I've been. And I think it's just so fun to be able to highlight all the great things that you do through the great through a great sticker that kind of showcases the vibe of where you're at. So it's fun to highlight here on today, as you can enjoy stickers as an adult. I enjoyed a lot of stickers as a kid as well. Stickers on my homework assignments, that was always fun because it let me know I did a good job. So happy National Sticker Day. As we somehow once again do not give out our minor jackpot. Trevor Corey over the Pickled Loon Saloon Grand Rapids has taken home $49.60 in this great win. Congratulations to you, Trevor Corey, as we're just going to be trying to give out this minor jackpot here in this game number 11. This game 11 will have a 64 ball or less minor jackpot. I don't know what we're doing if we can't give it out right here. So get enrolled over the next minute 40 as we get after it in this upcoming game. $277 already built up there. Next up, born on next National Day. It's Stephen Foster Memorial Day. Stephen Foster Memorial Day on January 13th commemorates the music of the man who composed hundreds of America's first popular songs. Very cool stuff. Happy birthday to Stephen Foster. Let's find out a little bit more about the songs that he has done. He was the father of American music. He was a composer primarily known for his parlor and minstrel music during the Romantic period. He wrote more than 200 songs, including Oh. Very, very cool stuff. A dynamic songwriter born on today, Stephen Foster. As we move on to our next day in our National Day list, it's National Peach Melba Day. Another dessert brought to us by the international famous chef. A National Peach Melba Day offers a refreshing celebration on January 13th each year. Can't say I've tried a peach melba, but sounds like a delicious one we get to highlight here on today, as this dessert is peaches and raspberry sauce with vanilla ice cream. It was invented in 1892 or 1893 by French chef Augustus Escoffier at the Savory Hotel, London, to honor the Austrian soprano Nelly Melba. Very, very cool. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight. Well, happy National Peach Melba Day. Next up, it's National Rubber Ducky Day. According to 1973's Sesame Street calendar, Rubber Ducky's birthday is January 13th. So around the country, it's National Rubber Ducky Day. A friend of Ernie and Big Bird, Ducky made his debut in a February 1970 episode of Sesame Street. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight. The rubber ducky is an iconic, especially for you people who love to drive your Jeeps around. I know you love passing around those rubber duckies. But rubber duckies became popular because of that 1970s after Ernie from Sesame Street sang a song about rubber duckies that reached number 16 on the Billboard charts. Rubber ducks have appeared in many movies, TV shows, and commercials, often as symbols of innocence and nostalgia. There are rubber duck races, also known as derby duck races. They are a popular fundraising method for organizations. Participants sponsor ducks, which are then raced down waterways. I used to work at a water park, and we used to put on a rubber duck race through every single year, as it would go around the lazy river, and the first duck to make a complete lap around the lazy river was the winner. It was a lot of fun, and people got really rowdy for it. Rubber ducks in the ocean. There are about 28 rubber ducks fell off a cargo ship en route from China to the USA. Some of the ducks eventually made it back to shore years later. That's insane. 28,000 rubber duckies just floating around somewhere in the ocean. Rubber ducks in the bath were super popular, as Elizabeth II had her own rubber duck in her bath. That's insane that the queen was enjoying the rubber duck. Rubber duck can also be used as a slang for a speed trap or checkpoint for a police officer. So, happy National Rubber Ducky Day. Enjoy a rubber ducky on today. I know a lot of people who have Jeeps at least have a few. We do have $289.36 going out in this game to Dave over at American Legion Forest Lake. Congratulations to you, Dave. As we now get enrolled into this next matchup. This will be the final game that I'll be live with you guys for, as we'll be working on a double Musco prize. $61.50 available in this upcoming game. But once again, congratulations, Dave. Take it home $289. Final National Day is one I need to definitely celebrate, National Clean Off Your Desk Day. The second Monday on January each year recognizes National Clean Off Your Desk Day, as we have now kind of wrapped up all the craziness of the new year and holiday celebrations. It's now time to take a little bit of second to clean off that desk and make sure that you can be productive and efficient for this entire 2025. Should be a great motivation right there, and hopefully you guys can be ready for the new year by cleaning off your desk. A little bit of Timberwolves news, as the Grizzlies ended up beating our Timberwolves 127-25 on Saturday night in a game that was tight from start to finish. Anthony Edwards missed 2 3-pointers in the final 7.3 seconds of the game, in which neither team led by more than 6 and featured 25 lead changes. Dante DiVincenzo scored a season-high 27 points for Minnesota. Jaden Daniels added in 21, and Edwards scored 15 for the Wolves, whose 3-game winning streak ended. Not exactly what we wanted there, but it does feel like our Timberwolves are starting to put together this team a little bit more. We've been able to get wins recently, and we're just trying to slow down the whole entire streaky wins for us. We'll go on a 3-game win streak. Then we'll go on a 3-game losing streak. And so hopefully we can just not go on those streaks of losing, get back to the winning side of basketball, because we have a talented enough team to go and compete for a championship with Anthony Edwards at the helm. But we need everybody to be playing cohesively, and that's going to be a big part of it. Hopefully we can continue to play well, as our leading player has been Anthony Edwards, as 25.4 points per game, as he's definitely upped his averages over this last few game stint, winning the last 4 matchups. Julius Randle has been a great distributor of the basketball, 4.4 assists. We'd love to see somebody else really take over that role, as he has a high turnover to assist ratio, and getting those assists up for guys like Anthony Edwards. As well as Mike Conley will be huge in those matchups. They are both in that 4-assist range, but to see Mike Conley and Anthony Edwards get into the 5-assist range, I think would be a huge help to this team. We do have a game coming up very soon, as we're going to be taking on the Washington Wizards at 6 p.m. Should be a fun matchup there tonight, as we'll be rooting on our Timberwolves. As kind of wrong that they have the Timberwolves and the Vikings playing probably at the same time at some point. Hopefully they don't overlap too much there. We do have just 19 balls dropped in this matchup. As we work through this one, I'd like to give a shout out to our Minnesota Twins, as we got a great E-Tab game themed after our Twins, who are actually getting ready to start off their season up in February. I think February 22nd is our first matchup. So send some luck out to our Twins by playing the great E-Tab game, Twins Win. Check out the awesome opportunities there to take home some Grand Slam prizes. And as we come to the final bit of this game, we're trying to give out $92.90 on a double must-go prize. But we also got that $3,000 major prize at 51 balls or less. And the $10,000 mega at 45 balls or less. Tough win, but, still not impossible as we get after it. As we finish through this game, I would like to give a quick shout-out to our player spotlight. Our player spotlight is Jack over at American Legion Holdingford. Jack took home $73,583. Congratulations to you, Jack. That is a huge jackpot prize. And over at American Legion Holdingford, they support the American Legion Post 211 Holdingford. Their mission is to enhance the well-being of Americans' veterans, their families, our military, and our communities by their devotion to mutual helpfulness. That is a great charity to support, and a reminder that when you guys are playing pilot games, your community wins. As we do have that must-go prize about to go out, as let's see who it is. Marcia right now 1 ball away, as we hit 60 balls dropped in this matchup. As $92.90 goes out to Jody RN and Summer D. Super D. Congratulations to both of our winners there, as we now get enrolled into a game of Lucky 4 Bingo. A great matchup with $94,000 on the line. Enjoy some more great bingo action. And like I said, remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins. Have a good one.